Alright, we got a 1991 BMW 318 IS. It's a 4-cylinder, 5-speed. I picked it up about a month ago, did a bunch of work to it, and decided that it's just not for me. Runs real good. Some of the things that I've done to it, I'll try and show you here. I've put on new tires, all 4 of them. They are 195/65 14s. Got them at Pet Boys. I put on drilled and slotted rotors, new pads, new sensors. I've put on a new exhaust system. We got rid of the catalytic converter, put on a resonator. Goes all the way back to a new muffler. There you go there. It's got new rear shocks, rear shock mounts. It's got an Alpine CD player in it. The moonroof is a manual. It doesn't really leak any water. It's got clean drain tubes that go all the way down and exit out through the trunk. It's missing a piece of trim right there. Kid that I bought it off of didn't really know what he was doing. Sanded the hood and primed it, and also sanded the tops of the fenders. Didn't prime it and put duct tape over it. But also there's a little bit of duct tape back here where he'd sanded it. Interior's kind of dirty, but it's not bad. The seats all move like they should. Back seat dirty too, stains on the carpet. I don't know if these seats can be cleaned up or not, but all the seat belts and everything work. There's no headliner. Kid ripped it out. Don't know what he did with it. So that's all you got for a headliner. Dash has got some cracks in it. Not terrible, but there's that. I've got the new switch for here, because this one doesn't stick like it's supposed to, so I will put this in soon. This only works on high. Sometimes it works on speeds 1 through 3. It shows 133 and 982, and it doesn't really turn over. The speedometer works, but the odometer does not work. I'll go ahead and start it here. The brake lining light stays on. I'm not sure why. I don't know if I didn't get the sensors plugged in all the way or not, but I promise you the brakes are fine. They're all new. They're not even a month old. Pop the hood. Hood lever's busted off, so we'll do it this way. Well, 4-cylinder. It runs fine. I bought it out of town and drove it 2 hours home, and it drove just fine the whole way. No lights came on to warn me that anything was going to fall off or explode. Hood closes tight. All the doors, all the windows work. Let's see here. All this stuff works here. It's a 5-speed. It's just for the gears just fine. Windows roll down all the way, roll up all the way without any problems. I'll let you keep those cup holders because this car doesn't come with any. So both windows up and down all the way. Okay. Moonroof's manual. You crank it this way. It opens all the way. And then this will pops up. It goes up that way too. So that works. Just want you to know that. I'm not hiding anything on this car. You know, it's dirty on the inside. It can be cleaned up, but it's a good little car. I gotta say that it's impressed me. It handles real good. It's got plenty of takeoff for a little 4-cylinder. I did not get a jack with it. If that's a breaking point, I'll give you a little floor jack and a tire tool. Batteries in the trunk in these. and full-size spare. It's there. That's a good tire. Big trunk. Got your tool kit here, and there's your tools. This is a hook that screws into the front bumper. Recovery hook. That's all that's there. I do have a Haynes manual for this that will go with it. I'll give you everything I've got for it. I'm not really into BMWs, I guess. I thought it'd be cool to have, but now that I have it, I'm ready to let it go. Only trades I would be interested in are Chevy or GMC trucks older than a 1958. Any Chevy cars 1970 or older, I'll probably say no to it because I'd really like to have an old truck. That door's locked. Again, I'm not really trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to make $1 million on this car. I haven't had it very long, but I know somebody out there wants it more than I do. So I'm willing to trade it off for that old truck you got sitting out in your neighbor's barn or wherever it may be. I'd like to have it being in driving condition. This car is in Evansville, Indiana. Zip is 47714. I will not deliver it. I may meet you halfway to see your trade, or if you want to buy it, make me an offer. I'll tell you that those tires and brakes and exhaust shocks and shock mounts weren't incredibly cheap to have done, but it's a safe car. It's a nice car. The heat works. I haven't tried the AC because it's November and I really haven't had a chance to see if it gets cold or not because it's cold outside. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at caddypunk, CADIPUNK 918 at yahoo.com. I will answer all that I can, and if I like your trade, I may go for it. And I'll go ahead and drive here a little bit so you can see that it does run and drive. Again, I'm looking for old cars, big cars. Just because I'm driving this little BMW, I don't like it. It's too small. It's too sporty. I like them big, slow, and thirsty. Oh, here you go. Here's something. The little computer here, it will not tell you the temperature. It will tell you the time. It does keep the time and the date just fine. I talked to a BMW mechanic. He said that typically the sensors break off in the fenders and not to worry about it. He also told me that brake lining light to take the cluster out and take the bulb out because a lot of times those stay on also. There you can see the speedometer works. I do need to put gas in it. The gas gauge does work. The temp gauge does work also. So there's proof that all that stuff works. It shifts just fine. It's got airbags, power mirrors, power windows. It's got the copycat locks where if you lock one side, they all lock. The keyhole in the driver's door looks like someone jabbed a screwdriver in it, so you can't use your key in it. The key does work in the passenger side door, however. So again, just make me offers, let me know, and we'll go from there. So there it is. It's a tour. 91 BMW 318 IS 5-speed 4-cylinder.